live. Who all is
whoops!
here?
I think I need to. Look at me being a noob.
Lars is here.
One of these. There it is.
We got Dust Devil Garage here. Unfinished project. Like and subscribe, but if you don't, looks like he's fighting with flat batteries.
He is unsub.
Old McDonald has a car. Looking forward to the fun coming up with this upcoming live. Well, I mean, we try to have fun with them. Graham Pito Vic gets off work now. Lars has in a plug. If you want a No Name National hoodie or hats, they're available at Gunslinger Graphics. Of course, you can order tees, decals, banners too, but just making sure people know that we now have hoodies and hats.
And Dust Devil merch on.
That's right. By the way, these display as flags in your browser and on the phone, but when I put them up in StreamYard, it shorts out the US. Spencer's Drink Reviews and Chugs is here. Peckerwood Customs Aaron, the old reverse assistants for No Name Nationals. Yeah, we'll greet people, then we'll tell people what we're doing. JB's Little Shop. Bad Tree Blake says Heathens unsub. See, Blake gets it. I know I wouldn't have to explain it for Blake. Blake knows things. Bigfoots and Mopars is here. Lunar Outlaw Garage. He says, here for moral support because I've already subscribed. Good that you cannot contribute to the problem of him crossing 1,000 subscribers tonight.
You've already contributed.
At least something good happening today. Yeah. Big Mike says, that's it. I'm unsubscribing. Rob's Rods and Streetcars. Jeremy says, here I am burning data for John and Brian. Yeah, well, we're sorry, Jeremy. I mean, I think that says more about you than it says about us. I mean, it's well known I don't have a life.
I took the day off of work, so I ain't got nothing going on today.
Hey, wait, it's not Friday. No, it is not. Not only will people unsubscribe, they will want refunds. Good. Refund them exactly what they paid to subscribe.
Yeah.
4 to go. Wait a minute. If there's 4 to go, that means that 2 people subscribe.
2 people are not listening.
Saying we're trying to keep him from getting to 1,000. 2 people did not.
Oh, 3 people now.
They unsubscribed. So that now you're at 997.
Here we go. I can just do this.
Jeremy gets his best signal from the shower. Thanks for making him suffer. Well, if he's that addicted to this live, we'll let him stay in there till the water goes cold. Big Bad Jones subscribed so he could unsubscribe. Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
SSR Performance, what's up? Everyone unsubscribe. What's up is that Dust Devil Brian, we were talking today, and it just came up in conversation that he was at 994 subscribers. And he of course, has no desire to push across that 1,000 sub threshold. So I just figured, well, you won't have a choice because we'll go live tonight and tell people that you're that close and to keep him under 1,000. And because YouTubers are notoriously not good at following directions, he naturally will cross the 1,000 involuntarily.
Well, it's like 6 subscribers. I mean,
well, but now it's 3.
I've been at that point for like a month, and I'm like,
See, Blake says here's the link to unsubscribe because Blake follows directions and all. But Dougster says, I just subbed. I thought I already was. See, Dougster misses the entire point. This is some news I've been waiting for a long time, right? Andy says 2 to go. These people. Here you are trying to not get 1,000. There's no section on your clock in the background for 1,000 subs.
No. That would have had to have been like a calendar and a multi-year calendar.
If you people have not yet checked out Dust Devil Garage's channel, go through. Browse through. I'm sure you'll find something to be offended by so that you can unsubscribe.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there's plenty. Oh, go through some of the old lives. Just go through some of the old lives.
Yeah.
Go to like the 3rd live and you'll unsubscribe.
That's right. Get him back to 0. Well, we
just start all over again.
I'll tell you what, it'd be funny. You could start all over again and still have 1,000 by No Name Nationals, and pass the people who struggle for 500 and wave each other by. And you know that's true.
I could be the first, second alumni.
Jeremy says just how many subs does Brian have now? Because he was at 2 to go here. If Jeremy just subscribed, that was one way. This totally doesn't work. See,
it does not work at all.
No, you said it'd take 5 minutes, but we're at 6. So
6 minutes. Well, I'm at 998. I need 2 subscribers. I mean,
that's right. 999. Blake says you're 1 away.
What? My stuff isn't updating.
Dougster's correct. Big Mike suggests that unfinished project will be the Q triple lot. Well, he might accept that. I think he's not tied up. He's here. Jeremy, I have only 1 subscription to give or take, so I opt out. I'm a conscientious objector. I just stir the pot for others.
I was reading the chat before it started, and I think it was Unfinished Project said something about wrestling was on, and I almost said, "Oh, well, wrestling's on." I'm not. We're at Kansas now.
Rob's Rods and Streetcars. I see him in here. Yeah, we're just keeping you guys on your toes. You just never know when I might be 3 to go again.
Yes.
Bad Tree says, "Come on, Jed Scott, sub to this guy."
Yeah, like he has been subbed since day 1. I
Right.
think he was like my 3rd subscriber. It was like me, Sherry, and then him.
For everybody that says that 500 is hard to obtain, just remember, Rich 220 has like 770 now. 770 people will sub to watch a guy do a valve adjustment for 3 years. So just keep that in mind. In for a minute. We won 64 to 16. Right on. Andy says 4 away. You're 4 away. Good deal.
Back
We
where
got
we
closer.
started. No, not back where we started. It was 6.
Back to 996.
I think he just went back up to 997.
Who needs help in subs? Well, Dust Devil Brian was talking about he was awfully close to 1,000. So I said, well, let's go live tonight to make sure that you don't, because he didn't want to cross 1,000. But it looks like it might not work because now he's already halfway there. He got to within 1 subscriber at 999.
And
now he's 3 away at 997.
That's pretty neat.
I figured if we told the YouTubers that he was very close and not to subscribe, that people might, but I don't know. We'll see. This is
no. What these guys will do is they'll put it at 999 and they keep going down and back up. You know, just the love of this community.
Yes. Dougster says, unsub the Dust Devil, but sub to your bud Dougster, please.
I'm subbed to you, I think. Yeah, I'm not.
He's asking you to take your subscription away from Dust Devil and give it to Dougster. Andy says the suspense is killing me. 2 to go. Well, now he's back up to within 2.
Back up to 2?
Blake says you can report this channel here.
I hit it.
Oh,
it'll go away. It'll go away, though.
Man. Oh. Video proof, of course.
Video proof here. I'll show it. I think it probably went back down. No, it didn't yet. There it went. 999 again.
It didn't take 10 minutes, but it close enough. Yeah. New City Carpet. It's been 45 years since I drove my first Cuda 340. I subscribed to pitch in. Okay. Thanks. Barrow says, this is the guy that got me excited for the No Name Nationals on the first year. You freaking rock, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I try.
Yes, Dan, the IT guy. He said, we were talking today, and I said, well, we should have a party for you at 1,000. He says, oh, no, we'll see where I am. I don't want to cross 1,000. And he said he's at 994. And I said, well, if I go live, we tell people you don't want to, you probably won't have a choice.
Well, my whole thing was when I was at 15 away, I could have gotten a hold of you. I could have gotten a hold of Jed, said, hey, let's do a live, give me 15 subscribers. It just doesn't really.
Well,
I'm never gonna make money off of it. You know what I mean?
It's just fun though.
Oh yeah, it's fun. That's why we're doing this, because it's fun.
We're the pregame for the Switch Pitch Live coming up at the top of the hour.
The Switch Pitch Wednesday.
Yeah, Blake. He crossed it a couple minutes ago.
Oh no. 1001.
Dizzy says, I'll be the guy.
Now it's gonna take off and have all kinds of people watching my
Unfinished Project got the 1,000.
Watching a fat guy wallow around the shop, not really knowing what he's doing.
Unfinished Project is he is a 500th sub sniper. That's his major, and his minor is in the 1,000th sub.
I think I was Shane's 1,000th. That's the only one I've ever been.
Thank you, New City Carpet. Sherry says, congratulations.
Thank you.
Action Auto Parts Jamie Phillips is trying to get to 2,000. It's slow, but like y'all said, it's just fun. That, to me, that's the only reason to do it, because it's fun.
Yeah, like I said, I guess you could make a living off YouTube, but my job's hard enough. I think it'd be harder making money on YouTube than just me going to work every day.
I think making living off YouTube is scary, because all it takes is one woke overlord to one day decide to turn your income on. That's all it takes.
Yep.
If you work somewhere where you're indispensable and they can't get rid of you, that's a whole lot more job security than,
yeah.
You know.
Well, we've talked about this a little bit before. Who's to say YouTube's going to be around in another 5-10 years?
Everybody thought Sears Roebuck would be here forever too. I mean,
I'm sure everybody back in the day thought MySpace was going to be forever. All it takes is somebody with a better idea.
I got to tell you though, I owe a little bit of credit to MySpace. They helped me find a deadbeat debtor across the country. I found an old abandoned MySpace page, and it gave me enough info to find her hiding out in Oregon. Get her served a summons.
I think MySpace is still there.
Big Bad Jones, I pushed the sub button so hard it's stuck and I can't unsubscribe. I guess you got my sub. Well, Brian's a good dude. He's one of the OGs in the community. Congestions from Bad Tree Productions. Dizzy missed it by one. That's okay. I think he'll recover from having 1,000 subs.
Yeah, I'll recover.
All it takes is one angry ex-cable man to shut down YouTube. I don't know. When I see how YouTube decides what to ban and who to push and who to monetize and who not to and all that, I said, I would never want to depend on making a living from it. But people can do what they want to do. Let's go, Brian. And Lunar Outlaw and Dust Devil Brian are Brian with a Y. There are other Brians who are Brians with an I. Barrow's a skinny little guy, knows how to fix things, isn't afraid to get dirty. That's all the job security I'll ever need. Cool.
Now, Big Block 402, you're friends with Leighton from Leighton's Welding, aren't you? I haven't seen him around lately. I've been wanting to get in touch with him.
Dan, the IT guy, reconnected with his wife via MySpace. Well, cool. Dutch Guy's Garage, evening all. Hello, sir.
What's up, Dutch?
Layton's 5 minutes away from Steven. Like that little thumbnail there. Well, cool. Well, we got the business taken care of. We unsuccessfully tried to keep you under 1,000 subs, and that failed.
Yeah. No, it's 1,002 now. Now I'm never going to get under 1,000 again. Now I'm a big time YouTube. Oh, never mind.
Randy Santel is 1.7 million, harder to grow. Well, I mean, it was harder to grow just here recently. Like they took incentive away from people making good quality long form content and gave it to the shorts. So reward dumb content at the expense of good content. When you see something like that, that's a money decision for YouTube. I mean, you know that it's anyway. Apparently,
and like you got people like Rumble, they've got such a negative deal going with them now. Who's gonna,
Raker's here. How's it going?
If they just take politics out of stuff like this and have a place where we could just do what we want.
I was talking with somebody, I think yesterday, about wouldn't it be interesting if someone like Elon Musk bought YouTube?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that would be really interesting. And got rid of all of the ridiculous woke politics associated with YouTube. It would just change everything.
Oh, yeah. Well, like your firearm stuff. Those
everything.
channels got tons of subs. People want to see that content, but.
Friend of mine lost a 340,000 sub channel. And his third and final strike was he had a video with Girl Scouts earning their merit badges in marksmanship with rifles. And that YouTube, we just can't have that. And they gave him a channel strike.
Something that's been going on for 100 years.
And he lost his channel over that. It's possible we just got sued for some procedure. I don't know what that goes with there, Dan. This guy didn't get sued. He just lost his channel. 340,000 subs gone overnight. And he got back to about 160, but still, look at the money he lost. And it was just stupid. Just nonsense. There's nothing that violates YouTube's actual terms of service and community guidelines for having Girl Scouts come out with their scout leader and take a program to earn their merit badge. Everything was legit. Just YouTube just didn't like it because it had to do with guns. It wasn't live stream. YouTube's won't allow guns live. YouTube is stupid like that too. They made the prohibition on live streaming with firearms because a guy shot up a mosque in New Zealand. So they think a guy that murdered 50 people would have been deterred by YouTube's policy on streaming.
Yeah. Like that guy's like, oh, well,
yeah.
I'm going to lose my channel over this. I guess I won't do it.
Yep. Stupid. And they also canned a stream. My friend lost the channel, rebuilt it back to 160. And then they canned the stream of his because he was streaming an instructor development workshop. One of the students had a SIRT gun, which is not a real firearm. But I guess it looked like one enough to YouTube, and they canned the stream in the middle of it. It's just gun content is just not YouTube friendly. So somebody bought YouTube and was able to fix that. It would be very interesting.
Yeah, but isn't YouTube owned by Google?
Yeah.
So basically, you'd have to buy it away from Google, and I don't see that happening.
Well, you never know.
Well, maybe.
Lars has put up the links for Indecisive Garage and Lone Wrench Garage. So far, are only 2 entries in the No Name 500. The No Name 500 has been shrinking because people have been re-registering as established channels, which is fine. But it is always good to see an exciting No Name 500.
Oh, I'm sure we'll pick some more up later in the year.
Oh, yeah.
Once the hype starts going again.
YouTube pushed the shorts to compete with TikTok. Yes. Maybe Elon will buy YouTube. Fine with me.
I'd be happy with it.
Gosh, I hope he doesn't rename it Y to go with his X. Google might have to divest best off antitrust. I don't know. I don't know about that. Monopolies are fine when the right people have them, apparently. Now, since you broke 1,000, Action Auto Parts Jamie Phillips subscribed. He got on board.
Oh, did you see that where Zuckerberg basically went on a big apology tour now?
No.
Over like shadow banning people and stuff.
Well,
like, they told us to do it. It's like, yeah, you could have.
There's a lot of people doing that because of the way the election went,
and
I think it's so weak. Sunday, TikTok goes dark here in the U.S. So what is the deal with that? I don't know.
I don't know. My stepson said something about that. I'm not sure. I've never been. I know.
Good.
Not a TikToker.
I don't know. All I ever hear about TikTok is that really bad real estate advice comes from there. Really bad financial advice.
Mm-hmm.
I see snippets of that on places like Ramsey's channel. Dean Stevenson puts up 1,000. Chinese owned, yeah, that's right.
Ooh, 1,004 now.
I'm not.
I'll never get out of this hole.
China stuff.
I don't know. I kind of went on a rant about China stuff.
Blake says, "Congratulations. We're going to get back blowing this Magnum down. Cool. Have fun doing that. Be safe."
Oh, yeah. I want to see that. I watched the video where you guys went and got it.
NSB says a little early for the weird hour. No, this was a live we did in vain to try to keep Dust Devil below 1,000 subs, and it backfired spectacularly. And he now has 104. But we're getting ahead of the Switch Pitch live, which is at the top of the hour, and that's kind of a weird hour, isn't it?
Switch Pitch Wednesday.
Russell says, "I'm proud to say I don't even know what a TikTok is. You're not missing anything."
Raker. Where's Raker? There he is.
NSB says, "Congratulations on 1,000. Lunar says he stopped using TikTok because the end user is the CCP. I'm assuming you mean Russia. He has over 100,000 there, but screw them. Okay. Slant Dailies here. Shane, we thought we would have a live briefly before the Switch Pitch Wednesday live, but we'll make sure to send folks over there here shortly since I know you're live at the top of the hour. Switch Pitch hour. There you go. What's going on?
There's Twisted Dennis.
Yeah, Twisted Dennis is here. We have Brian on so that he could mourn his being sub 1,000 subscribers.
You can get out and see Dennis's new car.
Chinese Communist Party. I was thinking the CCCP. Still commie. Here is a link to the Switch Pitch Live, aka AHRA Tech Talk Live, 7 Central. Old McDonald's asking if we asked if we saw they removed the South Korean president. No, didn't see it. Could take your word for it. The don't sub idea backfired in the movie Brewster's Millions. Yes, he bought ads saying don't vote for me, and people did the opposite. That's right.
Well, that was a good movie.
We had a really successful campaign doing that one time, but turned out all that work went to a total butthole, so we shouldn't have done it.
Yeah, I remember that.
But it worked.
Well, yeah, and he...
Yeah. Now
he turned into that right after he got him, too.
Yeah. Yep. Well, I'm sure he always was, but
Yeah, he was hiding it.
Decided to start demonstrating it. I love the movie Brewster's Millions. That's a great movie. Oh, and and I don't know if it still is, but as of last week, the movie, Richard Pryor's movie Moving and The Toy, those two movies from the 80s are free on YouTube. They might still be right now because you know how YouTube does. It's free and then it's rent. And then it'll be free for a little while. It goes back to rental. So
I've got a couple movies on YouTube.
If you haven't seen Moving or The Toy, those are two great Richard Pryor movies. Old McDonald's trying to help Brian out by bringing politics. There's always somebody.
Oh, yeah.
I don't care. It's not about politics, but I don't freak out over it. That's a good movie. Yeah, it is. I love Brewster's Millions. That's probably my favorite, and Moving is close to it.
What was in? Oh, I've been wanting to watch Cannonball Run lately. I haven't seen that in a long time. That, and about once every year or so, I get the urge and go find Corvette Summer and watch it again because that's one of my favorite movies.
Big Block 402 likes that movie. Wouldn't go over in this culture. Next to nothing goes over in this culture. I gotta tell you, there's so many movies wouldn't be made today.
Blazing Saddles.
Richard Pryor himself wouldn't go over in this culture.
Imagine if they put out Blazing Saddles today.
You couldn't. You just couldn't.
No.
There's so many things we just wouldn't have.
Or All in the Family on TV.
It's a cool group, Dan, the IT guy. Yes, it is. Dana Carvey was in Moving. Yes, he was. Randy Quaid's in it. Stacey Dash. Great movie. Paul Wilson, one of the Bobs from Office Space. He was in that movie. King Kong Bundy's in that movie. It's a good movie. It's cheesy. It has all the 80s stuff that's not realistic and nonsensical, but it's supposed to. It's a goofy 80s funny movie. It's like, I don't get all upset when I watch an action movie and the gun handling is not right. I can always tell. It's not like I don't know. Of course I notice. But it doesn't stop me from enjoying the movie for what it's supposed to be, right? Like, I really like the Dirty Harry movies. Dirty Harry and Magnum Force, The Enforcer, and Sudden Impact, and the Deadpool and all that. The gun handling is horrible. It's the worst. And, of course, I notice it didn't bother me at all. I'm enjoying the movie for what it is.
That's kind of the way I always was about Fast and the Furious.
Yeah, right. I'm not going to sit there and freak about the stuff I know isn't true. It's a movie.
Well, the first one was with more car stuff in it, but the other ones, they kind of veered away.
I do appreciate when they get car stuff right. I appreciate when they get gun stuff right. And you can notice a difference. Now, I don't know what the equivalent necessarily is for cars. I guess like, Tom Sarmento, who's been on this live, it's like the armor equivalent in cars is that guy. There's that mechanic and the people that set that up. But when it comes to guns, it's the armorer. And I know Rock Galati, anything he does, the gunplay is always excellent. Because
what about John Wick? I heard John Wick was close.
Well, it's Keanu Reeves is trained.
Yeah.
He's done a lot of training. He's good. Planes, trains, and automobiles. Yeah. I think Dizzy's trying to start some kind of Trump derangement stuff in here, it sounds like. Where's all the white women at? Which movie is that from? I can't remember now.
Oh, wasn't that? No. What was that movie he did with it was Richard Pryor and the guy from, oh my God, I can't remember anything now.
Wasn't Harlem Nights, was it? No, I don't remember. Goes as Blazing Saddles. I don't have any idea. Shane says Blazing Saddles. Maybe he's right.
Was it Blazing Saddles?
Yep. Okay. They got. I knew somebody here would get it. Main Street Mopar. What's up, everyone? How's it going, sir? Meat Street Mopar, we're having 1,000 subscriber morning live for Dust Devil Garage here. We could be having a 500 subscriber celebration live for you. I'm
trying to think of this movie.
Not seen it. Yeah, there's a link of Keanu Reeves training Taran Tackle. Yeah. The thing about it, those guys are okay. They're fine, but they like the gamer stuff, like these big extended weighted mags and all that. And that's fine. It's just different discipline. That's not the gunfighter set. That's the competition set.
Gene was in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Somebody help me out here.
Couldn't tell you.
The guy that played Willy Wonka, the first one.
Oh, yeah.
Him and Richard Pryor did a movie.
Yeah, I know you're thinking of Gene Wilder.
Gene Wilder. Him and what was the name of that movie that Richard Pryor and Gene Wilder did?
See No Evil.
No. It was earlier. They actually, I think they did a couple, but it was like the first one.
Yeah, there they go. They got it. The Shed doesn't miss much. They don't. Tell you what. No, not the Princess.
Stir Crazy. It might have been Stir Crazy. Yeah, it was. It was Stir Crazy.
That's okay. Now that you say it. I'm surprised how many of these Dakota gets. Dakota's what, 13, 14? Isn't that how old you are, Dakota? I'm surprised how many of these he gets.
I remember seeing him on Uncle Tony Lives when he was, what, 15, 14?
I think so, yeah, really.
And then now you see him in person. It's like, what?
I know it was before he had a driver's license.
Yeah.
Steve Martin and the Jerk.
That was one of my favorite movies right there.
He was hiding behind a 74 Dodge Dart for cover in that movie. That's the thing I remember about that movie more than anything. Nothing worth watching coming out now? That is correct. I hate CGI. Hate it. I really, to me, it's just one of the worst things in movies is CGI. And they're just loaded up with that. I mean, I get there are things that people use green screens for. I get all that. But, man, I do not like computer-generated stuff.
Some movies like Avatar, you couldn't have done that movie without it.
Right. But see, I've never seen Avatar, nor would I.
It's actually a pretty good movie. I mean,
it just isn't my thing.
I'm going to end up watching the Minecraft movie just because I like Jack Black. And I can't think of a bad movie that he's ever done. Convoy was a good movie. Yeah, I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I may get crucified for this, but Vanishing Point was not a good movie.
So the redeeming thing about Vanishing Point is that Bullet is much worse.
Bullet is, I bought that movie. So I bought it. I was like, everybody says this movie's so great. Yeah. And I bought it. I'm like, this sucks.
All they remember is the chase.
Yeah, the car chase part.
The rest of it is just.
If you want to see a good car chase movie, the original Gone in 60 Seconds.
Oh, yeah.
Was 75% car chase.
Well, I'll tell you what's great. I like the old episodes of Chips.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's
they busted up a lot of four-doors in that show.
Look for something I found here. I'll show you. So I was watching an episode of Chips, and it had this this Charger that was running. Now look at the whole show is a car show, right? So you had a
Mm-hmm.
scamp, but then across the street you got that dart with the 340 scoops, right?
Yeah.
You got that Toyota, an old Toyota Hilux there. You've got the Chevette, a really nice looking Chevette. There's a Charger running, right?
You got like $100,000 worth of cars just in that picture
And
today.
then the Charger, of course, gets barrel rolled, and they've taken the gas tank out. But if you look
Yeah.
closely, 904 for the win, right there.
Single exhaust.
That's
Probably
it.
318 car.
It is 318 car.
I like the new Gone in 60 Seconds too, though. I thought that was a good movie.
Yeah, I do too. That was a good movie.
Thanks, Jason.
I mean, but you know one thing that I really don't do, my slow down. Right. I might have blinked there. My least favorite part of the new Gone in 60 Seconds, the reboot they did, was they had that ridiculous CGI jump that was, mile in the air and all that. Come on. There's so much that could be done that is in the realm of reality that's so cool, like in the first Gone with 60 Seconds. There was no reason to do that. No reason. Well, the story's not bad, but like most of these action movies, it's a little too over the top. They did too much with that stuff. The driving, the real driving and stunt driving in Gone with 60 Seconds, the newer one, is good. It's actually good. And Nicolas Cage did a lot of it himself. But the story wasn't bad. But again, they tried too hard, and the big CGI jump is just hot, rotten trash. It'd be better without it.
Nicolas Cage is one of those actors whose movies are either really, really good or really, really bad.
Yeah, I can see that.
And who's the other one? There was the other guy, the guy that did Dances with Wolves in Waterworld.
Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner. Really, really good, really, really bad.
Yeah, I can see
He
that.
goes from one extreme to the other.
Yeah, I can see that. About as real as him turning into a flaming skeleton. I kind of like that in Terminator 2 when the fire came through and roasted that person on the fence. Hey, look at that. Lars actually, he got a link for it. The stolen Charger. There it is. Chips is one where you got that. What's that?
How does he do that?
He's on it. He pays attention. He's there. Lars is the man.
I need Lars in my lives. We need to talk about that, Lars.
The Wraith. I've heard that. I've heard a lot of good about Ford versus Ferrari, but I've not seen it.
That was good, but the Wraith was really bad.
Okay. The Wraith is the one with that weird looking supercar in it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Raising Arizona is one of those I've seen once, but it got on my nerves too. I just don't think I'd watch it again. I remember when it came out, it was playing a lot.
Con Air was always one of my favorite Nicolas Cage movies.
Lars says he's got you. I can certainly endorse Lars for being a good moderator.
Lars, get my number from get my number from John and shoot me a text from them after this is over.
Lars is a ninja. His beard gives him magical powers. I think so.
I was trying to keep it from happening, Dennis.
That was what we tried. JB likes white lightning for cars. Okay.
What was that movie with I can't remember what kind of car it was. It was a Torino or something, but it was really jacked up, had shackles about that long on it.
That sounds like your kind of thing, but I don't know.
I've heard of it. No, it was overkill. I say that was overkill. So
McDonald likes Christine. Okay, Dust Devil. Car movies notwithstanding, it can be anything.
Mm-hmm.
What are your top 3 or top 5 movies?
Star Wars is always number 1.
Okay.
I'm a huge Star Wars nerd.
Cool.
If I wouldn't have made a car channel, I would have made a Star Wars channel.
All right.
Top 5?
Yeah,
5
top
is hard.
3. If there's
Top
just
3, I
3,
can do
then go with
3.
3. But if you had some that you couldn't order, then 5. So it could be as many as 5. But your top 3, what are your top 3 if you have a definitive top 3?
We're going to say Corvette Summer is in there. Because
Okay.
I just remember that movie from when I was a kid.
That's great.
And even when I was a kid, the funniest thing about that movie is they're carrying that Corvette over to the scrapper.
Yeah.
And it's like, that car's made of fiberglass.
Right.
You're
Yeah.
not going to get any metal out of that car.
Yeah.
But yeah, and probably Gone in 60 Seconds, like the newest one. Well, no. I would put which I just mentioned it. Fast and the Furious, the first Fast and the Furious, above the new Gone in 60 Seconds.
See, you got 4 there now.
Yeah,
that's why I said you could go as many as 5. See, told you it wouldn't be that easy.
I always did like the Blues Brothers too. That's not really.
Not seen the
that's
Blues
not
Brothers.
A car movie, but you got to see the Blues Brothers. It's hilarious.
I've gotten plenty of grief from Cope because I haven't seen it. I've even seen some of the filming locations.
Mad Max. I even like the newer Mad Maxes.
Yeah, I kind of remember that now. It was a concept car, but I vaguely remember that.
I just saw, okay, I just saw a video on that car.
Excellent.
You know who owns that car now? That concept car, that Turbo Interceptor?
No, who has it?
Jeff Dunham. Huh. The comedian with the puppets.
Oh, yeah.
He's got that, and he's got the Batmobile from the one with the big long nose.
That's all of them.
The one from the Michael Keaton Batman.
Okay.
He's got one of those too.
Okay, now for this one, you only get to pick one. What is the worst movie ever?
Weekend at
Your
Bernie's.
worst movie ever.
Weekend at Bernie's.
Really?
I walk out of the movie theater.
Really?
Yes.
I did not see that coming. I did not see that coming. I figure that movie
I've ever walked out of a movie theater, and I wasn't even that old. I was like a kid. I was like, no, I ain't watching this.
And here he became our 46th president. Look at that. Thunderbolt and Lightfoot. Fair enough. Tell us in the chat, what was the worst movie ever? In you guys' opinion. You only get to pick one. The worst movie ever. Your worst movie. I'm surprised Brian had Weekend at Bernie's on that list. I really am.
Do you remember that movie, Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man?
I remember. I've never seen it.
That was a good movie. I've seen that one like 5 or 6 times.
Oh, okay. So Big Mike is saying, are you saying Super Troopers is your worst? I'm going to assume all the ones coming up here are the worst.
Oh, Super Troopers was good.
Bear Rose says the worst disappointment ever was Beetlejuice 2. Okay.
I haven't seen it.
Now, was Beetlejuice 2 a sequel that was done back in the day? You're not talking about the modern Beetlejuice that just came out, the redoing of Beetlejuice with, Winona Ryder and all, right? Nomads, Transformers. Mr. Rodder says Alexander the Great. Dougster says Scarface is a dumb movie in his opinion. Okay, and I've seen enough of Scarface. I've not seen the whole thing. Gunplay's pretty fun in it.
I got a movie question for you. You've already said Blues Brothers. What is a movie that everybody has seen that you haven't?
Oh, that's a bunch of them. There's all kinds
My
of
big
stuff.
one is Deliverance. I've never seen Deliverance.
Deliverance is actually it's a good movie. It's a good. And the thing
Or
is, and since Dallas is in here, Dallas has his favorite example, right, about the guy that can build bridges and the one goat. Well, that's what happened to Deliverance. The movie Deliverance is an awesome movie, but then you got that one Ned Beatty scene, and that's all anybody knows about it. And I'm telling you, they shouldn't have done that because it ruined a movie that would have been known for 100 great things. But nope, all anybody knows, oh, that's all Ned Beatty feels like a pig. I'm like, yep, sure is.
Oh, and I've never seen It's a Wonderful Life.
Ooh, John Cope sacrilege right there. Nomad was a low budget movie. There's all kinds of great low budget movies though. He hated Smokey and the Band at 3 and 4. Yeah, I've never even seen them. I've seen 2, but
The Gods Must Be Crazy. Is that the movie where somebody dropped a Coke bottle out of an airplane over the African? Okay. Yeah, okay, there you go. I didn't read the rest of your comment there, but yeah, I saw that. It was dumb.
In general, sequels themselves are not good because if you think about it, they take the best original idea. The only time to me that, obviously there's plenty of exceptions, but for the most part, the only time sequels really work, is when it's designed to be from the beginning a trilogy or something, or a part 2, right? It's supposed to be.
Like John Wick, like Star Wars, even though they kind of jumped the shark on the last one.
Steelers postseason, same ending every year.
Tom
Hanks soccer ball, yeah.
Castaway, I've never seen that movie.
I've seen Castaway. Castaway's okay, but it's one of those. It's okay. There's a lot of reasons I don't really like watching Castaway.
Does anybody know has anybody gotten a car from Australia? How much it costs to ship a car from Australia?
Ooh, man, that's a good question. I have no idea.
I found something I really want, but they only made them in Australia. They made Valiant Utes.
Ooh.
And like the 71 looks like a dart with a truck bed on it.
Huh. Lord of the Rings, I've never seen it.
I read the books first, but yeah.
Cool old movies. I have a hard time just watching movies. I can't just like sit down and watch a movie. I'm not good at that. I can do it if I go to the theater. Then I'm a captive audience. I want to watch it. I like going to the theater, but man, I just trying to sit down at home and watch movies is really, really difficult for me.
Well, when you work a second shift job and all your friends aren't around, when you get off of work, it's pretty easy to just sit at the computer and watch a movie.
Anybody to go to a movie with anyway. It doesn't matter what time of day. God of War with Nicolas Cage. Never seen it.
Oh, no, that was the one where he was an arms dealer.
Okay.
I think that was one of the really bad ones.
Interesting. Yeah, we'll stay live until for another 10 minutes until time for Switch Pitch Wednesdays. Then we'll head over.
Yeah, Peckerwood was in here earlier. I don't know where he went, but I need him to find me a Valiant Ute and then figure out how much it costs to get it over
Dallas's
here.
favorite car movie is The World's Fastest Indian. Cool. Dallas, what is the worst movie ever in your opinion? What is the worst movie? I asked that question to Cope, and he said it was Tron.
Oh, Tron was good. Both of them were.
But he said, of course, you know what his favorite is. Don't need to ask. But he said his least favorite was Tron. Andrew likes World's Fastest Indian. I've not seen it. No surprise there. Dougster says, if I have to work off shift, it will be nights. Did that for over 20 years. Ugh. I don't know that I'd ever get used to that.
I love second shift.
He says Alexander the Great is his least favorite. Yeah, I've not seen Tron. I just know that he said it was terrible. Jason's favorite was Blazing Saddles. Okay. Jason, what is the worst movie ever? In your opinion? We're asking for best and worst. Blue Grit likes Nobody. Cool. Yeah, my favorite movies aren't car movies.
I've been having to force myself to take on other little hobbies just because the car thing was kind of almost got to where it was all I was thinking about. I'm like, I need to think about something different. That's why I started watching wrestling again.
Jason says bridges over Madison County.
Never saw that.
Did anybody like Tucker? I've seen it once. I guess it was okay. I mean, the fact that I've only seen it once. Dan the IT guy says the worst movie ever is Chariots of Fire. Best is Blazing Saddles or Smokey and the Bandit. I could get on board with that.
What about Take This Job and Shove It?
That's a fun movie.
That was, well, what was that? That was the first time that they put that was Bigfoot in that movie, wasn't it?
That's Bigfoot's first movie. And that was the movie where filming it, they bent the frame on Bigfoot 1. So they took the frame out of Bigfoot 2 they were building and put it in Bigfoot 1.
See, but I also kind of remember that when I was a kid, that kind of spurred on the whole monster truck thing because they were doing it, but people didn't know about it till it was in that movie.
Well, in that movie, what doesn't get enough credit is USA 1 is also in that movie. And this is back when they all ran 48-inch tires. Nobody had run 66s yet. It was right after that movie that Bigfoot put 66-inch tires on there. And then it was right after that there was a car crush on that old show, That's Incredible. And USA 1 and Bigfoot raced across a length of cars. And that right there before they filmed that was the very first time the USA 1 was ever jacked up and had 66s stuck on it. He'd never tested until he drove over those cars with 66s right there when they filmed that.
Well, do you remember
those were the two first trucks to run those?
Do you remember the truck Barefoot?
Oh yeah,
that was they had basically Bigfoot on one side of the river and Barefoot on the other side of the river. Barefoot was a Dodge, right?
They all ran. Well, the first Barefoots were Chevrolets.
Oh, I thought they were Dodge.
The very first ones were Chevrolets, but the 48 was the standard monster truck tire in the day. The Goodyear Terra 48. Then they went to a 66, and that's considered the standard tire now. Barrows says proof that even Clint Eastwood could do a bad movie. Mohawk likes the original Dune. Yep, ain't working here no more. That's right. Crystal Kilgore says Lost Boys favorite movie.
That was a good movie. That was a good movie. I remember that.
Kind of weird and creepy, but it's a good movie. What is that? What is SISU is my new favorite action movie? I don't know what that is. Heart Like a Wheel. Heart Like a Wheel was okay. It was okay. It's a good movie. I say it's a good movie. I'll give it a thumbs up.
Now, any of the John Wick movies has to. They've claimed all my action movie. John Wick, that's my favorite action movie. It used to be the original Rambo.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure you cringe at the firearm handling in that movie.
No, not really. I'll tell you what I really liked about the first Rambo is that sheriff played by Brian Dennehy, who's a jerk. He was really good in that movie. He actually made it much more than Sylvester Stallone. Everybody remembers Stallone, for the visuals, the shooting, and all that. But I got to tell you, the person who made the movie was that sheriff, Brian Dennehy.
Well, that in the first movie actually had kind of a message behind it that people forget.
They do,
was how
yeah.
they were treating the Vietnam vets.
That's right. That's right.
And then after that, it just went to kill fest.
Yeah. Well, again, that's the thing about sequels. If you had good ideas, you'd have put them in the first. It's not like you're going to have this even greater idea you didn't think of from remnants of the first. Very rarely is a sequel better than the original. It happens, but not very often. I think Terminator 2 was a good sequel because they raised the bar so much on the action and all that Terminator was actually about. So that's why I get behind Terminator 2.
Speaking of that, American Graffiti. Now they made a sequel to that. I don't know what they call it. I can't remember if they called it American Graffiti 2 or they called it, but it was about Milner racing. Did you ever see that?
Back before Brian Cabral could settle on a nickname for me, he called me John Milner.
But yeah, I actually liked that movie better than American Graffiti.
Die Hard, the first one's a staple at my house. Yeah, I've not seen it yet. I mean, people call it a Christmas movie.
Oh, you haven't seen a lot of movies.
No, I really haven't.
Just tie you to a chair and me and Dallas, and you just tie you to a chair and just start showing you some of the best movies. I've never seen Hollywood Nights, and I want to. I've been trying to find it.
Yeah, the Junkman, H.B. Hillicky. Yeah, I mean, I've heard of that. Blue Grit needs to see the fourth John Wick movie. More American. That's right. That's what it was called. More American Graffiti.
Yeah, and it was good. I thought that was better than the original, the first.
Hollywood Nights has what's probably the best incarnation of the Project X of Hot Rod Magazine. That yellow '57 Chevy. Fastang would watch it multiple times.
Ooh, we're about at time, aren't we?
We are. We got 2 minutes left. Anything burning down over here? Because we're going to wrap up here in like less than 1 minute so that everybody can go over to Tech Talk Live, a.k.a. Switch Pitch Wednesday. The Repo Man, Emilio Estevez, yeah. Project X is the ultimate peak of automotive coolness in the movie. Yes, the way it was then. Now it's not so much.
I hear they changed it back from electric though.
We knew they were going to.
Yeah.
It was only going to be electric long enough to rattle people's cages. That's exactly what it did. Lars puts up the link if you still need to register or get spectator tickets for the 4th annual AHRA No Name Nationals. Was the Repo Man the one with the alien in the trunk?
I'm pretty sure.
Vanishing Point isn't that good of a movie per Barrows, but one of my favorite movie cars. Sure. Yeah.
The car was all right, but the movie itself, no.
Yeah, we'll put up a link real quick. Lars has it for the Tech Talk Live. So if you guys want to head over there, we're going to shut down here and ask all your Triple Crown and Switch Pitch questions. I'll tell you, since Dallas can't be watching this, since he's ready to go live, it'd be freaking funny. We got 31 people in here. If everybody would go over and just put Switch Pitch in the comments, everybody put the comments Switch Pitch, like all 31 of you. How did I get this late? Yeah, everybody go over and Switch Pitch in the comments for Dallas. Y'all have a great evening. Y'all take care. Thanks for coming out and joining us. I'm sure Brian will get therapy for getting his 1,000th sub. We took him over the hurdle kicking and screaming, but he'll live.
Yeah, I guess.
Thank you all for watching. Head over to Tech Talk Live. I'll head over there now. You guys have a great evening. Take care.
See y'all later.